Good day, guys. My name is Yanni, and today I want to show you a little tool that I built recently for building NoTree projects. I've been developing NoTree projects for a bit over 3 years now, and I just found it's a bit hard to build projects when you need to write code in HTML, um, and it's just time consuming. So that's why I built NoTree. NoTree is a SaaS tool for all your needs when it comes to designing, creating, and deploying an online experiment. But unfortunately, currently I only have this designing and creating part. I don't have the deploying part done yet. And even with these two, it's very minimal. But all the core functionalities are there. So NoTree is mainly made of two parts, a front end and back end. You don't have to worry about back end because first of all, it's not done yet, and secondly, you just don't touch the back end. Um, the front end is a WYSIWYG tool, so what you see is what you get tool. It's a rich text editor where you can just design your experiment there. The content, the style, and logic. Currently, you can't do logic. You can only do content and style, but I just find that doing these two saves a lot of time already for myself. Um, so let's have a look at the NoTree interface. All you need to do is go to notree.io and you'll be prompted with this login interface. Um, the only reason that you need to log in is so that you could have your own account and you can save data to the cloud. Um, I plan to have an offline only version of NoTree so that you don't even have to register. But for the sake of this demonstration, I just want to um, show you the full-blown NoTree experience. So obviously you need to create an account if you don't already have one. You need to put in your email address uh, and your password, and that's it. It'll send you a verification code, and you just need to put that in, and you're done. You can sign in. It says enter your username, but it's actually your email account. Uh, so I'm just gonna type in my password here and sign in. So you can see that NoTree is not refined as much as I like it would be. So you can see this huge sign up button here and this word apps for no reason showing up here. Um, well, it actually is a placeholder for apps, but it's a function. It's a feature that I need to build. Um, so let's look at the left-hand side, where you have a publish experiment button, which does nothing either, and it will do nothing for quite a long time because that's the backend feature that I wanted to implement. Now let's jump to these buttons. So the first button is a page button, and you can just click that to add pages here. Click again, another page. Click again, another page. You can also delete pages, obviously. So you could hit that trash button, trash that too. So currently, you can't you can't undo the trash, but it's a feature that is not very hard to implement. Um, it's just you can't do that right now. Next button is export. This is a very important button, and all the core functionalities that you have is probably only useful through this button, but we'll save that when we talk about the pages and its content over here. This is save button. Um, this saves all your work locally on your computer so that you could refresh your page and it's all still there. Um, it's also very useful if we have a offline version of NoTree, but it's just not that useful right now because I saved this to the cloud using this button. So I just sync this to the cloud, use this to sync back to sync from the cloud to my local machine, you know, and uh, having this syncing back and forth um, to the cloud just allows me to build a functionality where you could collaborate with um, other people. So, for example, in Overleaf, you have, two or three auth collaborators working on the same document at the same time. That's where I want this to go to, but it's just not there yet. But the some of the basic functionalities are there. Okay, so let's look at the pages, right? So when you create an O3 project, you need pages for apps, right? So you can see here's an introduction page, here's a new page, another new page that we created. Obviously, you don't want new page as a page name, so what you can do is double click that, and you can add the page name. Let's say this is survey again. Click away. By the way, if you click that, you choose your page. So I guess that's quite intuitive. Let's change this page name to actual payment. Click away. Um, and you see this little hand here when I hover over this section. That means you can drag this page. So you want, for some reason, you want a survey at the beginning of the app. You can do that. Just drag them. You know, but I'll put it back. So let's go to introduction page and look at the content editor. Um, this is just like any rich text editor that you see online. You got so many buttons to click on. It will just do things that you expect them to do. For example, click 2, that becomes the H2 header. Sorry, yeah, H2 header. And 3, and that's a quote. That's a block quote, let's say. And I'll change that back to H1. And that's all you can do here, which is pretty comprehensive, I would say. You can insert tables as well. So let's say I want tables here. Let me just cancel that code because it's highlighted. It's still showing up as code, so I want that to be gone. Just do that, click that, and get a new line again. Get a table in here. Type in table, whatever. Row cell, and have, yeah. So you can have that, and you can have new row, delete that row. I think this is new. Oh, let's delete. New column, new column, new column. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, so all the functionalities there, and of course you see this rectangle here, and you're wondering, oh, what's this? It is what you think it is. It's a field, and you can click that to expand this field. So what you see here is what you write in O3. What do I mean? Let me just clear that, make that just a typical paragraph. Sorry, make it code. And let's say in O3, right? There's models.py, right? And you have, for example, you have a age field. That's an integer model, the integer field, right? Something like that. And let's see, field name is the Python style field name that corresponds to the age here. Just put in age. And you can't put in white space or anything else. It needs to conform to the Python style because this transpiles the code, the whole interface into Python code. Well, in the future it will do that, but now it's just a design interface. And then you have a field label, what is your age? So that comes to here, what is your age? To the label argument, field model, player group subsession, where do you want to put this field? Do you want to put that in a player level, group level, or subsession level? And field type, integer, float, currency, string, boolean, corresponds to this, right? Can we have this field as blank? Yes, no, you know, corresponds to this blank field. Just do false. And field widget, radio select, horizontal dice, and fortune wheel. I added these two myself because a lot of people ask me to support dice or fortune wheel during their experiments. So I thought, oh, I might just standardize these two as well. So it's easier. But yeah, it's just a widget here. And field documentation is the doc argument. And here I have a little preview window. When you close that, you'll just say what's the field name of this field, and this is how it renders in HTML. So it's pretty cool. In the survey, you could have the same thing, and in the payment, same thing. You could delete that too. If it goes to the correct position, you delete that. You know. And you see in the introduction, I have these code here. I have these emoji heading. I have bold text. You could do bold text yourself. Just do that. Basic marks. Um, strike through. Just do that yourself. And the power of NoTree is that it translates everything that you've done here in the editor into proper HTML with the benefit of it it transpiles these to proper NoTree templates as well. So what do I mean by that? Let's go back to the export button here, and let me just hit that. So what it does is it exports three files, payment survey introduction, payment survey introduction. It says three because I had a couple of same files exported already. Let's have a look at introduction. So you can see we've got almost exactly the text that we got uh, here, right? And what you can see is there's this, what is your age? And for those of you who already know NoTree, this little field form field render template, which is very helpful because you don't have to put this in yourself anymore. And if we go to the source code of this introduction page, let's do that. Okay, so let's go here. You can see that the text here, although it looks like normal text, like paragraph, it's actually exported as a block quote. So you can do whatever CSS that you want with this block quote. And you can see here you have this form field player age generated already for you, and this whole big table generated for you as well. And all you need to do now is to just put this whole copy and paste this whole HTML document to your NoTree template, and you're done. Um, I was thinking about adding in, more boilerplate code for O3, things like these, and can't remember blog content, right? But then it might be too much for some people, so I thought I would just leave these out and just let you to handle these by yourself. All you do is just copy paste this into your template, and instantly you would have bold text, um, model space, code, strike through, things like that, and table as well. Although this is not very well formatted, it is a table because you can see from the HTML, it is a table. It's got a table body, row. Oh, this is empty. Yeah. So this is I guess the most important thing that I want to, most important feature that I want to introduce here is that you design your experiment here in NoTree, not like I did in a Word document or in PowerPoint. And you don't have to take the, you know, tremendous amount of time and effort to then translate your experiment from a Word document or a PowerPoint into your actual O3 code, because NoTree does it all for you. All you need to do is copy paste, and it makes things easier when you collaborate with someone. Even with this crude interface of NoTree, what you can do is you have a shared account that you share with others, and you can work on the same document. You know, you don't have to have someone to improve this document, and send it to you via Word or via PowerPoint, and then you work on that, and then you send it back. You know, all you need to do is log into NoTree and start editing, and you can save it to a cloud, retrieve it. Um, you can see here's something weird going on here, but don't worry about it. It's a feature that I haven't completed yet. Um, but yeah, add as many fields as you like, you know, the more the merrier, I guess. And of course, change its name. It needs to have a unique name because otherwise, you'll have trouble setting up your experiment. But overall, this has saved me quite some time to develop experiments in O3. So I hope this will help you to save some time. Last thing I want to talk about is how to get help. You know, all you need to do is go to my GitHub page. That so github.com/y@sky/NoTree, and go to issues. You know, new issue. Just open whatever issue that you have. It can be a bug, a feature request, a question. Uh, do whatever you want, and I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. And here at code, I have a little README that I just showed you earlier. Um, you can have a read of what I wanted to do with NoTree, you know, short-term and long-term goals, and your questions and improvements, and who I am, um, and things like that. Also, you're welcome to contribute to this project if you feel interested. I'm not you know, because this is all written in JavaScript, and I'm not very good at JavaScript. I'm just learning, as I go. It doesn't even have any unit tests as of yet, but I plan to add more stuff in if this gets some sort of usage, I guess. Uh, and it's currently in its very early stage of development, not even in beta stage. And it's all free. Um, it will probably be free in the next couple of years. Um, Depending on how many people are using it, I might start charging people just because, I need to cover the website, the maintenance, and um, storage, those kind of things. Um, but yeah, it'll be free for a while. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and start using NoTree for your next OT project. Thank you. Cheers.